Yo, what's up, everybody? And today we got a video about patch 9.1.5 to see if you guys should even play it. So let's go over some things that are going to be happening in this patch, and then I'm going to kind of give my take on whether it's really worth it to get back into it. So this patch is there's a lot of really good changes, okay? So let's look at them. So there's some new achievements. So basically some of the achievements that we have here are to help you get done with the Mecha Done achievement so that you can pretty much unlock all of the Mechagon things, like the Mechanomes and other things like that. So also we have some allied race changes. You can have new character customizations for High Mountain Tauren, Lightforged Draenei, Nightborn, and Void Elves. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like that. It kind of just makes it catch up to the rest of the races. Yeah, it's good. Lightforged Draenei Paladins now have a unique class mount, the Lightforged Ruin Strider. I think all of the Paladins that are, like, any Paladin race should have their own unique mount. So that's good. I think they still have a few more that need to do it. The dungeon quests for the Kulturian humans, Mechanomes, and Dark Iron Dwarves are no longer required. After accepting the dungeon quest, speak to the NPC again to choose to skip the quest. Just makes it easier to get these ally races. Fixed an issue with the mouths on several male Nightborn face options. So this is cool because I don't think I've ever even seen a male Nightborn in like the world. But you know, hey, if it makes it look better, that's good. They've also been those character customization options have created like much better looking Nightborn, and I think they're not nearly as skimped as they used to be. So they added weather effects in Stormwind and Orgrimmar. You know, we shouldn't say this added; they should re-add because they did have that in vanilla. I don't know why they took it out because it looked fine, but whatever. File of Serenity, the Kyrian ability, and healing potions no longer resets the melee swing timer. The following area effect abilities are no longer maximum target capped and instead deal reduced damage beyond 5 targets. Now, I'm not going to read all of these, but there's a lot of them. If you want to check these out, go to Wowhead and check them out. There's a lot, and this is all good. To be honest, I don't think they should they should never have the melee cap, or the AoE cap. It's ridiculous. But it's good that they changed all these. And there's not too much class tuning, but I mean, I've heard a lot of people complain about it, but I mean, I'd rather them start making content than worry about too much class tuning right now. I think they need to do that. I mean, I'm glad they're doing a little bit here, but I'd rather them worry about 9.2 content than really class tuning so much right now. They need to fix a lot of the stuff that they messed up. And they've messed up a lot of shit. Okay, so this is all class tuning. It's a lot. Covenants. You can now switch freely with your covenant with a high renown threshold. Okay, so I believe you have to be 80, and yeah, I don't really like that. I think you should be able to do it whenever, but I mean, it is what it is. On top of that, conduit energy has been removed, and conduits will be freely swappable without any restrictions. Like, my gut, just some of these things that they had in the game is ridiculous, terrible. But I don't have to go over that. Completing the Shadowlands or Korthia campaign on any character allows alternate characters joining that same covenant to be eligible to receive the renown associated with the campaign from all available catch-up sources. Unlocking your third soulbind on any character allows alternate characters joining the same covenant to immediately unlock their second and third soulbind. New covenant toys to discover. I mean, that's great. Good. They're fixing some things with like covenant activities such as like adventures, the mod missions unlocked by maximum adventure level appeared more often and gated by fewer requirements. There's animal conductor changes, redeem souls. Basically, they made it less obnoxious to go get your redeemed souls, which is great. There's some changes for the Covenant specific events. I'm not going to get into that because I don't think I don't know too much about all of that, but I think it's probably going to be good changes. We'll see how it plays out. So let's look at some time walking and with this dungeons and raids. Okay, so time walking. Look, now I have a few issues with the way that they're implementing this, but there's Legion time walking, which means that you can go in and you could do the Mage Tower, but you can also do the time walking Mythic Plus dungeons, which is really cool. Both of those are really good. However, you get to do it two weeks for this first time, and then subsequent times will be 1 week. So the problem with this is, I mean, if you compare this to, let's say, Final Fantasy, you can play all the old content, and it's still rewarding just all the time. You can. It doesn't matter. So why can't they do something like that here? I disagree with the way they implement it. Maybe the Mage Tower makes sense a little bit more, but you only get 2 weeks. I think it's too short of a time. And then what is the cycle is like every 6 months. I don't really like that. I think, first of all, they should find a way to make if you're going to do it in a cycle, have one expansion every week. So basically it would be, so first is Legion, then maybe Cataclysm, and then BC, and then, so it should be every week if you're going to do it on a cycle. I don't know why they would do it this way. It's just more content for the game, making people play more. I don't understand it, but whatever. So, success in a Mage Tower challenge will now award a Legion-themed armor set for your class. This is great. Basically, if you do your Mage Tower, you're going to get a whole set for your class. That's great, I think. I think it's really cool. It's something to get people to play more classes. Hopefully they figure out, I mean, again, with that class tuning stuff, that would be more of my worry, is like, is it actually fun to play the classes? So we'll see how that plays out too. So with Legion Time Walking, you also get the Mythic Plus, and that's great. I think, to be honest, I don't know how they would do this, but I think it would be great if they could make every expansion have a set of Mythic Plus dungeons. That'd be really cool, I think. I don't know how they would do it, like with BC, and I think Wrath could probably do it better than BC or Classic. But yeah, I don't know how exactly they would do it, but I think it would be really cool. And it would add a lot more, like, there's like way more content to do if we did that, if they did it that way. They've changed some of the time walking, like the dungeons. I don't know about, I think they should just make all of the dungeons available, to be honest. I don't know why they have to curtail which dungeons and which ones they shouldn't do. I mean, maybe it's something that I just don't understand, but I mean, it is what it is. On top of that, time walking raid bosses will now also provide credit towards the time walking weekly quests: a burning path through time, a frozen path through time, and a shattered path through time. It's good. It makes it easier to get them. And obviously time worn keystones. So basically, you're going to be able to get 2 keystones. One is going to be time walking keystones, and one is going to be your normal. So just talk to Toss Up in Oribos, and you will get a keystone with it. Mythic Plus difficulty for the 6th Legion dungeons. Yep, that's great. So let's see. There's some Mythic Plus changes. I mean, that's good, but I mean, it just makes it so that like bolster has now a 20-second duration. It used to be permanent. That's good because sometimes you could get overwhelmed with that. Necrotic wound duration now lasts 6 seconds, was 9 seconds. I don't know if this was too bad, but I mean, I'll let somebody else do that understands this better than me. Raging damage bonus is now 50%, and it was 75. That's good, probably. I don't know if you're gonna feel that too much, but I mean it's good. Here's another thing that they have done a lot with. So legacy raids. The following encounters have been adjusted to be less challenging for solo play: Antorus, Tomb of Sargeras, the Nighthold, and Trial of Valor. Good. That's great. It shouldn't have been a problem. They should have fixed this before they did any number squishes. I don't understand how they thought it was okay to ship this. And then, to be honest, I'm pretty sure that Ian Hazzikostas lied about this. He said, oh, it's going to get back to normal in due time. I'm like, no, that's not true. It never did. And even in BFA, you could feel there was a difference. Yeah, I didn't like that. Legacy loot rules are now in place for Battle for Azeroth raids and dungeons. Good. That's great. It should have been at the beginning of this expansion. It shouldn't. I don't understand why they wait. Now, but we can also do island expeditions and war fronts like solo. That's great. I love it. I'm very happy with that. Well, I guess for war fronts you need 5 players. I don't know how many people are really going to be queuing for that. If it takes like an hour to queue for a expedition, then how long is it going to take to queue for a warfront? Yes, there's actually quite a lot of items and rewards here. So you can get a bunch of different things. You can do breaching the tomb on 1 character per account to begin the Legion class mount quest on the Broken Shore. Each character must still complete their class hall campaign, complete quests, and recruit their final order hall champion. Great, it just makes it easier. Show off your complete transmog outfit to chat or online by easily sharing a link to it in the dressing room. That's really good. It just makes it easier for us to like share what we're doing, share what the look is, and people can copy your looks even. I mean, that's great, I think. Transmogrification appearance of cosmetic items is now learned when the item is used. Good. Very good. A new rank of heirloom gear has been added, and all heirloom gear is now usable in Shadowlands and outside of Threads of Fate. Wait. And outside of Threads of Fate. I don't know what that means. If this is saying that you can't use it in Threads of Fate, I don't understand that decision, but I assume that's not what that means. Heirloom scouting mats, of course, they give you all viable flights to your ult, are now available for all expansions. Good. Increase the drop rates of Shards of Domination. I don't care. They just need to take them out of the game. Significantly increase the amount of Soul Cinders awarded from layers 8 to 12. Trash system. Players who reach 80 renown can purchase a broker mark of distinction for 500 gold in Orbos that can be used on an alternate character to instantly grant the character up to renown 40. Very good. Except I don't understand why it has to be only to 40. I don't understand that. Yes, Aldera, the heirloom broker in Orbos, now sells the following bind on account items. Traveler's Anima Cache that allows anima to be taken to new covenants or sent to alternate characters. Valorous Equipment Chest for Valor that contains 1 piece of item level 210 Mythic 0 gear. The chest can only be purchased by a character with 1500 or higher Mythic Plus rating. Unchained Equipment Chest for Conquest that contains 1 piece of item level 220 unranked PvP gear. The chest can only be purchased by a character with 1600 or higher rating in any PvP bracket. Time-bound Ruminations. Set in adventure companions to level 30. Requires 1 companion to reach level 40. Cannot be used on companions level 30 and above. Was grants 5,000 experience points. Okay, so that's just a change. Okay, so all of these are kind of like cool things to let you get up quicker in your progression. Corothea and the Maw. So basically they just added some shortcuts to Corothea and the Maw to allow you to skip some of the stories that you had already done, so you don't have to redo and redo and redo. That's good. It takes out some of the obnoxious things. There's some pet battle changes. And I guess, yeah, they give a flat 2,000 experience. I don't know exactly what that means, but hey, it is what it is. They made some PvP changes, so yeah, basically it just scales it up to this next patch. It's cool, and there's obviously some PvP class changes here. So professions, mining has ore drop rates have been increased. Callous hides and heavy callous hides drop rate has been increased. Jewel crafting essence drop rate has been increased. Lightless silk drop rates have been increased. So I guess they're trying to incentivize some more farming. Yeah, there's some things that should be said about that is more linked to how Blizzard has been doing their business plans, because I don't think anybody really farms anymore, or as much as there should be. I mean, it is what it is. Now let's look at some quests. So, alternate characters on any account can now choose to skip the introductory Shadowlands quest line. Thank the Lord. Thank you. My goodness. And then you can also skip it if you talk to Jaina Proudmoore in the Forlorn Respite Cave. So that's great. The Rune Carver can now destroy an existing legendary item and return all your soul ash or soul cinders that were spent to create the item. Very good. The Rune Carver recipes are increased to 100% on any difficulty. Great. Should have been at like that in the beginning. Threads of Fate. Talinara now offers a Torghast Tower of the Damned daily quest for experience and soul ash. Great. They've changed the amount so it's more. That's great, I think. Talinara now offers a PvP Battlegrounds daily quest. Good. That's very cool. So basically, these are just kind of Threads of Fates giving you options. So you get bonus objectives are now significantly shorter and award renown. Threads of Fate zones, Threads of Fate zone objectives. Whew, now reward higher item level gear and anima. Great. Torghast Tower of the Damned. Now, look, no matter how you feel about Torghast, I think that being able to level in there is really cool. You do it in Final Fantasy, so I think that's pretty cool. Repeatedly completing wings now awards the full amount of soul ash. Good. Repeatedly completing wings now awards the full amount of soul cinders. Thank you. Those are dumb systems, but that's a good change. It makes it so that it's much easier. If you want to just farm, then you can do it. So they made a lot of updates to the UI. They made a lot of updates to accessibility. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I think those are some great changes. Now, I have a few other things we want to talk about. So obviously they've done some class tuning. You guys can check this out. Just go to Wowhead, and yeah, these are all class tuning changes. And next, we can look at the time walking Mage Tower rewards. So for our Guardian Druid reward, you have a Fell Werebear form, and I think everybody knows about this. It's really cool. I think I'm glad it's different than what you would get normally, or from the old Mage Tower. But this is pretty cool. I like it. We got the Death Knight. It's a cool recolor. I love this. Demon Hunter. Pretty cool. I like the outline on that. Druid. I don't love this one so much, but it's okay. Obviously, these are kind of redos of a BC tier. So, I mean, I love this. This is really cool. It's okay. I think this is not the model I would use for this. This is cool. Pretty cool. I really like this set. Priest looking really cool. I don't really like this color. It kind of makes it look like a like a quest set, but I mean it is cool. This is really cool. This is one of my favorite sets from BC too. This Warlock set is really cool. I love it. So let's check out this video. Woof. Really cool. Sick. And the Warrior set is awesome. Okay? It just is. Yep. And then you can also get the Soaring Spell Tome mount. So players who complete every Mage Tower challenge at least once will receive the achievement A Tour of Towers, which awards a new mount, the Searing Spell Tome. This mount is notable as it is one of the runner-ups for the free Shadowlands mount poll that happened last year. So, yeah, that's true. We voted on that, and we got the Wandering Ancient. This is really cool. I think this is actually better than Wandering Ancient, but I digress. It's really cool. Hey, it's going to feel good. It's going to feel good when you get that. So, just a heads up. So, swapping covenants does cancel your sent missions, so your mission table missions. So just make sure if you really want to make sure that you're getting those missions done, stop them before you change your covenant. So yeah, and at the end of this, Shadowlands 9.1.5 is going to be coming on November 2nd. So this Tuesday. That's pretty cool. So my kind of take on this is, yes, I think they've made a lot of changes that are really good in the game and outside the game. As you guys have probably watched some of Bellular's videos, you've probably heard about Bobby Kotick and things like this being changed. So I think there is, I don't think it's enough for a lot of people to come back. And I think I would totally understand anybody who doesn't come back. I'm probably going to check it out for a little bit, but I wouldn't if I was not a content creator. And I kind of want to test out some things, see how stuff works so I can report on them later. So I did play the PTR, but there was a lot of stuff that I don't have too much time for doing all that, so unfortunately I wasn't able to test everything that I wanted to. So it is what it is. But I will be checking this out. However, I do want to say that there's old content. There's not really any new content. So if you are looking for something like groundbreaking or a lot of stuff to do, you're not going to have that with this patch. And that is disappointing. Because we're looking at like a probably late February, early March for 9.2, which is pretty grim. Okay, so I mean, I would wait till 9.2 because these changes are going to be in here anyways. However, there are a lot of really good changes here. But I would say that if you are already on the fence of even trying coming back to WoW, I would say go ahead and think about it yourself. I mean, it's a hard decision because not only is there like personal issues with like going back and philosophical issues with it, there's also the fact that there's like not much content here. The best thing that I would do if you are going to come back is probably level up some characters for when Legion timewalking does go live, and then yeah, that's what I would do, is just play the Legion timewalking, do like just farm some stuff out, go to island expeditions, get some things like that if you are going to come back. But if you're not even thinking about it, I think you're safe to just chill out. So yeah, everybody, that's the end of this video, and I will see you guys later. Peace.